Welcome everybody back to another round of rockhounding treasures with Oregon Rocks. I'm here with my son, and we are going to go over our most recent rockhounding loot that we have gotten on a trip that we went this last Monday. So without further ado, let's get things going, bud.
Okay, here we're going to do handfuls of these small ones in this warm water.
Alrighty, so this last trip we did was a trip of smalls. We found lots of smalls. As you can see here, a lot of things varying. I don't think this is one, is it? What? This one right here? Is that one?
Look.
No, it does have some in it. Okay, let me see. Alright, so you can see we have some Chalcedonys banded that are small, some clear Chalcedonys. We got some Canrelian in there as well too. A lot of beautiful pieces. I'm gonna put those in my hand as well too, bud.
Sure.
Alrighty. So like I said, this was a week of us finding many small pieces here. They got that one there. Looks to almost have a little bluish hint to it. Whoop, I just dropped some. And we have a lot of unique characteristics in a lot of these guys. Apart from them just being small. They're pretty unique. We pick up all the glowies that we find, so this last trip we just so happened to find a whole lot of them.
And also, with how many years, we already filled up one whole box of glowies.
That's right. Alrighty, and this next little bit, you can see this one here has a little bit of green on it. This is a nice banded Canrelian right here. Got some beautiful colors in there. Lots and lots of smalls.
Lots and lots of small. Okay, here are these small ones. And this is one.
So we're starting to get into a little bit bigger ones. Can we make sure we get the small ones? But alrighty, so this one here is a little bit bigger. This Canrelian right there. You can see some banding. And this guy here, which is a pretty cool
glowy
one.
drop. Get it? As a raindrop?
Yep, a glowy drop. Some more beautiful ones.
Okay, now we have these small ones.
Yep, lots of them. Papa likes this one here because it almost looks like an eyeball right there. The one that's looking at you.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I think I dropped another one. But. So many of the smalls. Many old smalls.
Here comes.
Is that all of them, bud? Let's get all of them. Just scoop them out with your hand.
Nope, that's all the smalls.
Alrighty. Okay, let's get going on the slightly bigger ones, bud. Alrighty, so these here are slightly bigger ones. We see some look like they might have a little bit of host rock on them. We've got that white Chalcedony banded right there. That looks pretty cool. Some more Canrelians that are in there. Another banded piece right here. These are all pretty cool looking.
Here comes some more after that.
Nice little bluish there. Alrighty, some more cool pieces. This bigger guy here looks like it's chipped off of a bigger piece. We were unable to find it. Surprise there. This guy here has some blue hue to it and has some really neat banding to it. You can see right here it's got some really cool colors to it. And right there, it's a beautiful one. Okay. Alrighty, some more. You can see here, it looks like we got some druzy crystal right here. That's a really cool piece. We saw one think a week or two ago that almost looked like it belonged to this piece. It was just a small little shard of it. Some more Canrelians right here. Let's see, this guy almost has some bluish tint to it. It's a really unique looking specimen.
Here come these big ones.
Alrighty, so this guy here looks like we've got a little druzy pocket right there. Potentially some petrodials in there. This one, once we tumble up, I think will look real nice. This guy here, nice Chalcedony. Looks like it may have maybe a little bit of Canrelian on the end there. I just dropped it. Some more nice little pieces here and here. This one has some cool banding throughout it. And this beautiful Canrelian here has a lot of nice coloring to it. It's real glowy, that's for sure.
Yep. Here comes these ones.
Alrighty, here's another nice Canrelian, a very bright orange to it. And these ones will, once they're tumbled up, will shine even more so than they already do. This is a nice Chalcedony with maybe a druzy pocket in the center there, which is a really nice one. This one as well here, and then this one's got a little bit of host on it. Alrighty, you want to talk with these ones, bud?
Now here we have this one, but this one, I'm not so... Oh, look at that. It's host rock. Look, there and there. It's Canrelian. Are you ready to see the coolest of them all?
Yes.
Voila.
Yep, now that one was a beautiful find that no one found on our way back. Somehow, he was able to see it peeking out between two rocks. You just see the beautiful banding in that. This is a real awesome Canrelian. Beautiful coloring. And just look at that. This is an awesome specimen.
Here comes these other ones.
This one's the one that has maybe some lighter transparency through that. Yep.
Okay, we're moving on to these.
Alright. So, this guy here looks to be, I feel like it was some form of an agate. I saw banding on it a little bit throughout, you can see. Looks like it might be like the edge part of one. Alrighty, now here we got some more cool specimen pieces. This here is a nice Chalcedony, a little bit of host rock still attached onto that. No banding throughout it. And this here, I believe, is also an agate. This might have quartz in it. Might be a mixture of it. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. And then this here is a nice, beautiful Chalcedony that, along with some of our other big pieces, we found way up there in the erosion of the hillside, and they ended up being our biggest Chalcedonies of the day.
Here comes the real biggest Chalcedonies. Also, we missed the small one.
That's okay. Alright, so this is one of those ones we found way up top. This is a beautiful Chalcedony. I think it was our biggest Chalcedony of the day that we found. Has some nice coloring in it. It's very clear, apart from the little pockets that hopefully a tumbling might resolve. It may or may not. Do not see any banding throughout it, but who knows, when we tumble it, it could end up showing us something that we don't see on the surface level.
Next up we have these two.
Now these guys are pretty cool. Let's do one at a time first. This one, Munchkin found, and this here has some Chalcedony throughout what at least looks like the top pocket. Papa's really interested to see if we do tumble this, if eventually all of this is Chalcedony, or maybe it's just this top part here. This one should be a unique one to do in the future.
Here comes this one.
Now this one is really cool because this one has what looks like protruding little bits that stick out all around it. I can see all these edges, and they have these really unique characteristics throughout it. A lot of like outbursts of protrudal pockets. It looks like one of those little games that has those things that shake and you gotta spin it, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's like almost like a little spiky ball, but it's really cool and unique. Chalcedony and the host rock, and this one will also be very interesting to tumble up and see what it shows underneath.
And before we go to the big ones, we missed some small ones.
Did we miss some of these guys? Yes, we did. So this is some more host rock ones that we'll be able to tumble up and see what they show through us. This one definitely has Chalcedony in it. This one I'm not really sure. That one has a little bit in as well too. So we should see what those bring.
Next up, the big ones I was talking about. One of the biggest of them all. We're going to go small to these biggest ones of this batch that we have in our hands.
Okay, so this one might be agatized jasper. I am not entirely sure. That there kind of looks like jasper to me, and a little bit jasper throughout. It is not as clear as the other ones, but I could be wrong. Again, if somebody knows, please put in the comments.
Okay, here comes this beautiful one.
Now, this is another one that I am not entirely sure of. This bottom part has a lot of like translucency through it, and then this top part looks to be a little bit of the host rock on it, or it could just be quartz crystal. So this one may or may not be another agatized jasper, or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's a mossy agate potentially. I'm not sure, but this was another cool find. So please let us know if you guys know.
Next up, we have another one, but wait, it's not just normal. It's the biggest find of the day.
So this one was a really cool one because you can see most of this looks like it probably is that Chalcedony. And so just like these other ones that we were finding that have the host rock on them, this one should be pretty cool to tumble away. I'm thinking, Munchkin, that maybe in one of our future tumbling rounds we'll have ones that are just host rocks, and then see if the tumbling gets rid of any of that layer so that it reveals more of our actual agate. So that should be really cool. But that was an awesome find by Munchkin over here. Alrighty, now these other ones are non-agatized gems, or not gems, but rocks.
Oh, what? There's still one more agatized.
Yep, so this one might have a sliver of it, potentially. Kind of see throughout there. Again, we'll have to see once we tumble these guys up.
We still might do a few at a time.
Okay, so there's a lot of these that we just do not know. This one could be a multicolored jasper, potentially. It has some really cool colors throughout it. This guy here, I honestly have no idea. It's a really cool looking guy, but I have no clue what it is. This here is some form of a conglomerate. You can see a lot of different rocks in there, as well as maybe a little bit of Chalcedony in pockets of it as well too. So this one is an interesting find. Alrighty, so this guy here, some of these we were just picking up because they're green rocks, and Mama likes green rocks, so I'm not sure if this is Chalcedony or not, but this one has like layers in it. I mean, this one maybe even could be potentially petrified wood, I'm not sure.
Glamourite.
Glamourite?
Glamourite.
Another cool one here. This one looks like it might be a little bit of agatized jasper as well. I think Munchkin put that in there. Another small bit. Oh, and another one here. So we'll keep finding our glowies. Okay, this one, I'm not sure if that's agate or not. Has some really unique coloring to it.
And if it is agate, it would be 25%.
I think so. This one looks like a nice little jasper piece. And this, I do not know. This could also be jasper just because of how smooth it is.
I think you're forgetting this glowy.
No, I talked about this one, but.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Next.
Oh, no. I haven't picked up the next. Okay, here we are.
Alright, so this guy here is another cool one we just picked up. I am not exactly sure what this is. Maybe it has some quartz pockets in it, but the blue and the tannish color are really contrast to each other, so wanted to pick that guy up. This one here also just had some really cool squiggly lines on it. This one might be a jasper, but it's got some very cool patterning in it. This here, I do not know. Maybe some more jasper, I believe. Picked up a lot more jasper this time than we usually do. This guy here is definitely jasper. This has a nice color to it. This one here is maybe some jasper and some quartz throughout it. Could just mainly be quartz. It's a nice cool little piece. Here's another one. Some nice coloring to it.
Next up, we have these ones.
This one almost looks like it's a glowy. It could be quartz though, potentially. The way that it breaks, maybe it's chert. I'm not sure. You can see from the outside to the inside. Doesn't really look like it's sugary, but I don't know.
But it also reminds me of a couple of rocks that we've been finding. Remember those couple rocks? The oranges ones with the Chalcedonys in them?
Yep.
I think they connect all together, and maybe that's why you were wondering that small one.
That's a possibility.
Like maybe all those ones that look similar are all the pieces, and then maybe we can figure it out. Tape it, glue it.
That'd be funny. So this is another piece for Mom, an orange and green one here.
That one is actually, I think it's...
This one, I'm not sure what it is. Looks like it's got some agatized piece in it. Full of some other stuff. And a nice little banded piece there. Looks like it's got quartz in it. Alrighty, this guy here we initially were keeping because I thought maybe this could be some form of an agate. It might just be chert. You can see it looks more like it once it glows. Has a lot of characteristics that are similar to it, but absolutely no translucency.
But I think that's just normal.
Yep, and this was another cool guy we got for its color and its pattern. And this here was a nice little layered piece. This one also had a nice coloring to it as well too that Munchkin liked, so I picked this guy up. If I could focus. There we go. Okay.
So we might not have found the biggest glowy like our Goliaths or Mother Gods, but we did find some big non-glowies.
We did. So this here might be potentially a mossy agate or another mystery.
Or a
We're not sure.
glomerite.
A conglomerate. Yeah, this one. I think it's more like a mossy agate than maybe anything else. It's got a little bit of translucency through it, as you can see right here. But I'm not sure really what this guy is. So, again, if you can let us know in the comments, we would appreciate it.
Okay.
And last but not least, we've got this big hunk, which I'm thinking might be petrified wood. It's got the weight for it, definitely. Could be jasperized petrified wood. You can kind of see, I'm shaking his head. You can kind of see the layers in here. That kind of makes me feel like it is. I'm not seeing any agatization on it, if that's a word. You can kind of see through here. You can see, and this definitely used to be wood. So if you guys could help us out with this as well too, might be jasperized petrified wood, or it could just be jasper that's banded. Let us know. Alrighty, you guys. Well, this is gonna wrap this up. We appreciate you guys watching. We know we found a lot of these little ones. We're trying to speed this one up a little bit. Still ended up being 20 minutes, but you know, try to do our best. And we definitely got a lot of good variety of these ones out here. Nothing that no one would consider a mother god or the Goliath, but a lot of good additions to add. So we appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, remember to rock on!